Good day, folks. Welcome to the NBWildman channel. On today's video, I came out to show you a real great trick that I learned from a guy named Rod Esty from St. John. And it had to do with the shoot-through windows in ground blinds. So I walked back out to my ground blind setup where I'm going to hunt this year, hopefully, starting in rifle season in a couple days. And unfortunately, this is what I find when I get here. So something or someone, I guess, has torn my ground blind all up. So I've got some small holes here, look like maybe claw marks or knife marks, can't tell which. Same thing right here, like they make little squares, so I don't know if maybe a bear, right, put their claws in like that. Let me show you the other side. So there's my door here, and even like down here, there's a rip. It looks like a, see that? There's like a scratch mark there and a rip. Yeah, this is definitely a bear. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4. Look, there's claw marks right there. So a bear has come in here and decided it did not like my ground blind one bit. Here's another spot up here, 1, 2, 3. Kind of got a good rip there. Oh man, this is a brand new ground blind. I just did a review on these and I thought it was okay. I like the ground blind real well. Look at this. This is ruined. I mean, obviously ruined, but I'd say, right, it's all torn up. What a waste, holy. Slits in it. I would hope that it wouldn't be a person, but I guess one does never know. I guess somebody could have sliced it. It just looks to me like with all the, like there's a mark there and a mark there, like I'm thinking maybe claw marks, right? So where they kind of leaned up against it. Top part is folded in. I guess it would have, originally it would have been up like that, but this part here is out too. The chair's still in there, so I guess if somebody was going to take it, they would have taken it and not just destroyed it, I hope, but frustrating. This is the look that I would typically have down across this meadow. So right there you can see that little opening right there is where my camera is. And that's kind of where I would hunt from, and down all through this open meadow on this side and this side. But one of the problems that I have with hunting out of a ground blind is this shoot through mesh. Man, I'm not always buying that it shoot through. And the other thing is when I sit on my ground blind, I'm pretty close to the front window. And I don't always like to have to look through the mesh or look through the screen. Sometimes I find that hard on the eyes, and I'm hunting from quite a distance. So if I'm back from my, spot, maybe 100, 120, 130 yards, then looking through this mesh all the time isn't always great, and it can get blurry, especially in the early morning or dark time. So sometimes I just end up pulling this off of here, but I don't always want to do that either. Another issue that I kind of have is that when I bring the rifle up, right, and if I'm sitting in my seat and I've got everything the way I want it and I bring the rifle up, it's not, my rifle's longer, right? So I'd have to actually push it through this mesh. Or if I'm going to shoot, I got to adjust my seat backwards so that when I aim, right, like I'm back here, and I aim so that my rifle barrel isn't, touching or shooting through this mesh. So I talked to a gentleman, just real briefly, showed me a couple pictures. The guy's name is, Rob Esty, and he's from St. John. And he showed me a real quick trick, and I'm just going to share it with you here today. So most of these ground blinds, at least for me, I don't end up looking back over my shoulder, right? So this back wall is solid. And these two back windows back here, these two, I don't use those very much because I don't tend to look back over my shoulder with the way that I set them up. So what he said to do, and this is a super smart idea, right? So he said to just pull the two sections off of the back windows. So on each corner, so there's one, and here's the other one. This would be where I get in. So basically pull the shoot through mesh off of them like this. All right, and then button these back up so that they're, closed up, right? Then you can take your front piece of mesh, take it right, so this is just your main kind of shoot through window. Take it right out, and then put the other two pieces that you just took off the back corners in the front, but leave a dividing section down the middle. So just like that, I've taken the back two corners, taken the center section out, and I've put the back two corners up on the front piece, right, and Velcroed them in. And what that does, it's a great hack, great trick, because what I can do is I can sit here now, I've got a clear lane of vision. Something comes into my spot and I want to bring the rifle up, right? I want to sit where I am, bring the rifle up. I can just put the barrel just through, right? I've got nothing impeding me here. If I'm shooting with a bow, same thing, right? Crossbow, bow, whatever. I can come to full draw and I don't have to worry about anything here. And I also don't have to be worried that my shoot through mesh is going to deflect the arrow or the bullet or whatever, right? So great little trick. Let me show you from the outside. Okay, so there's what it looks like from the outside. And if my ground blind hadn't just been destroyed by bears, it would look a lot better. But what I've got is my shoot through window, still camoed up on both sides, right? You do have that main center section that's wide open that you can look through or see through. And if you're any distance from your target, that's not going to make any difference anyway, right? And it also, you don't have to shoot through anything, right? So that is sharp. I like that. What a great idea. All right, so there it is. What a great idea. I love this, right? So I've still got my two camo parts on the corners. I've got just that one section that's clear view C. And if I'm gonna shoot through it, right, I don't have to worry about the gun or the arrow or the crossbow or whatever. I mean, that's great. Anyway, just a great little trick. Thought I'd show this to you. And special thanks to Rob Esty for sharing this with me from St. John. And hope this helps you out. Until next time, happy hunting from the NBWildman channel. Man, I can't believe the bears ate my blind. Brag.